Wow. Very strong right now. This is Padre Pio showing signs of stigmata on his hands. See the slits? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Or today, I mean. I just did an amazing reading on somebody. I have a few more readings I gotta schedule. For those looking for readings, we're booking readings now for the holiday, for the next few weeks. So if anybody wants to book a reading, I'm available to book. I also have crystals and tensor tools. This is very powerful. That is Padre Pio right there with his hands of stigmata. Yeah, it's nice. It's a little chilly, but it's nice out. Hello everybody in the chat. Bella, Scott, everybody out there. Well, I just wanted to talk about, too, the powerful event of the total eclipse of the sun. Now, we all know about, well, maybe some people don't know about the big eclipse that happened in 2017, of August 2017. And I had a prophecy that came to me about what was going to take place during that total solar eclipse of August of 2017, and it actually came to fruition, what I actually saw. And this is a moment when the sun submits to the power of the moon, where something from the moon is transmitting on. Now, when we look into... Hello, Susan. How's it going? Everybody out there? Yeah, that is very strong. When you see... When there's a total solar eclipse, right? A lot of people think this is a bad omen as well. The ancients would look at it as a bad omen, but when we go to the solar eclipse, this is a moment when the sun is submitting to the moon in a way, right? And it's talked about right in the tale of Hylas, the guy with the Jason and the Argonauts. Hylas is a representative of Helios, which is the sun god, right? Helios and Hylas. It's a derivative. Hylas is a derivative of Helios. And Hylas, who is on the voyage with Jason and the Argonauts, he actually goes into the water and is lured by water nymphs to another world, into the depths of another world. And this is the moon portal. You know, the sea, the waters, sea creatures, mermaids, sirens, they're also connected to the moon and the portal of the moon. And when Hylas is taken by water nymphs because of his beauty, they thought he was so good looking and they were attracted by him, they decided to take them to their watery abode. And this basically means the death of Hylas. But is it the death of the ego? Is it the death of his earthly desires? Is it him being transitioned to another world? But at this point is when Hylas, the sun, submits to the moon creatures. And so it's represented right there The eclipse is right there in the story of Hylas. And you see, when we're on Earth, us earthly inhabitants, when there's a total solar eclipse, we're in darkness. But those that are beyond the moon's shadow, they can see the light. Even though when there's a total solar eclipse and we are in darkness, is those that are beyond that moon's shadow, they are immersed in the light. They can see the light. It's a very powerful experience. And one of my ancient ancestors that either I'm directly related to or I was related to some of her followers and some of her associates was Atargatis di Toscano. Atargatis of Tuscany. Atargatis of Volterra. It's spelled Aradia. Atargatis. Or Aradia. And she was a mystic, an avatar. I've talked about her before. But she had a powerful experience with a prophecy during a total eclipse. And she heard the whispers of the wind even say moon shadow. And she looked up the sky. At the moment the sky darkened and she saw the polarity of worlds, the multiplicity of worlds. And time just stopped for a moment. And the sky opened up and everything got dark. And she was activated as an avatar. And she was led from Volterra to Lake Anemi, to Diana's Mirror, to the moon portal. Now, lakes have always been consecrated by the ancients to be portals, mirrors of the moon, mirrors to another world, a gateway to another world. And a lot of times, these are connected to the star system Sirius as well. In fact, water creatures, the moon, and the star Sirius are highly linked. That's where you get the term siren from, as in Sirius, siren. Now, one of these goddesses that's represented right here, possibly, as in the Madonna or the Marian. Marian comes from the word mare or mari, which means a pool, a watery abode, the sea. In fact, even the moon card on the major arcana of the tarot has a pool of still waters on that card because of the connection between the moon and the water. And Marian, the term Mari means a mare or a water or a pool. And then when you add the AN to the end of it to make Marian, the N, that little prefix or whatever it's called, AN, that little term AN, when you add that to something, it means fire. It means a fiery alchemical transition. So literally, the term Marian means sacred pool of fire or star fire. And we all know starfire is where Rosicrucius got their name from. The rosy fire, the rosy cross, the fiery cross. The starfire is the blood, the menstrual blood of the goddess. This was seen as an otherworldly elixir. And later on, monatomic and mana became a substitute of it. Look at the sun embodying her head right there. So one of these, the Madonna, is also represented as another sea goddess called Atargatis or Atargatis. It's spelled Atargatis, and Atargatis or Atargatis. Atargatis is also known as Derketo. Derketo, Derketo. Now, Derketo was seen as a sea creature, a sea goddess. She touched down from another realm. She touched down what is modern day Syria today. There's a reason why they call Syria Syria. It's because the Sirius star system had interdimensional travelers. Star, yes. That touched down in modern day Syria. And they touched down in a lake or a pool connected to the moon as well. A moon is a way station between realms. So traveling interdimensionally through Sirius, they might be at a way station at the moon before they end up in our world, in the waters of our world, connecting the waters above, which is the stars, to the waters below on our Earth. It's where two worlds meet. And Atargatis or Atargatis is known as the mother to Semiramis, who was a giant connected to mermaids. And the lore to Atargatis or Derketo was that she touched down in a pool in Syria from the star system Sirius, and she arrived in an egg-shaped pod or an acorn. Even the Tibetan name the Lamb, which means the way, which was seen by Aleister Crowley and worshipped by Kenneth Grant and his cult of Lamb, they look at the realm of Lamb being contacted by being in an egg-shaped or acorn-shaped pod or device. Just like what came down in Kecksburg, Pennsylvania in the 1960s was an acorn-shaped craft or some sort of pod. Even me being born with the Caul, you come out inside of a little egg-shaped pod all balled up. This is all related. Thank you for joining us. And Spiral out.